All right, what I'm working on today is I got a stencil made for the doors of any of these trucks that we build. We're gonna start putting this on there. It says Goen Garage. And I thought it was pretty cool. We had some shirts made. We got men's, women's, we got V-cuts women's, tank tops for women. So anyway, if anybody wants to go on our page, you can order them online and they can be shipped right to your place. But anyway, that's what the game plan is today. So I'm gonna try to see if I can. It's kind of windy today, so I had to take this bolt out of the bottom of the mirror here. So what I'm going to do is place this underneath here. I need to try to get it centered, but this bracket here was kind of in my way. So as long as I can get this here down towards the bottom of the door, I think it'll be fine. So that's kind of the game plan. That's what I'm going to be doing. So these old trucks, there's never an end to it. You know, you just keep doing different things and trying different things. But anyway, it'll be something kind of like that. So I'm going to get to it and I'm going to get them painted, and it should look pretty good. And I'm also going to do the 58 Chevy. So here we go. Got it all taped up, and so now I'm going to try to. Kind of windy out here. I really hate to do this out here, but oh well, we'll try it. So I got some flat black, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just mist this on here. I'm not going to go real heavy with it because I don't want it to be like a real definite logo. It's kind of want a ghost type thing on here. So I'll just kind of not really cover it completely. I think this will work. Like something like that. That just kind of gives it a real faint coverage. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some silver, and I'm going to, what I'll probably do is take this silver, and I'm going to try to just kind of like do the edges of the lettering to kind of give it a shadow effect. I'll probably leave the bottom black and then kind of silver. Yeah, kind of silver the top part like that, right across the top. So when you do that, all you're doing is putting silver into the black up here. And you can just kind of, mess with this a little bit, you know. So worked pretty good. I think so. So now I'm gonna take some red and do the YouTube logo at the bottom. Yeah, I think it'll work. All right, while I'm waiting on the yellow truck to dry, now I've moved over here to the 58. So what I'm gonna do is, I've got my logo on here for my taxidermy business. I own a taxidermy shop. A lot of you probably don't know that, but it's called Goen's Taxidermy. So I'm gonna cover this up because I really want to put the logo, the Goen's Garage logo on this truck now. So I got the blue paint that I did the whole truck in, and it is a satin wildflower blue. I don't know. Anyway, so I'll cover this up, and that's a good thing about doing these trucks is there's no rhyme or reason. You can do however you want to do it. If you want to change something, don't be afraid just to change it, you know. And if you can look at this before I cover it all up, you can kind of see this is what I did over there on the yellow truck, on the Lodestar. I did the black and then I did the highlight on the silver. So a few minutes ago I was talking about how I was doing that, and that's why it kind of gives it that look. I don't know, I think it looks good. But you can do it whatever color you want. If you want to actually put real color, like, you know, reds or orange or whatever, and whatever you're doing, you know, There's no wrong way of doing this. It's just, you just keep on plugging away and do it however you want. That's the good thing about having vehicles that aren't painted. That's why I like Patina, because you can just do it how you want to do it. So now I'll do the other side. I'll paint the other side, and then I'll come back, finish the logo over on the Lodestar, and then I'll come over here. I'll just kind of bounce back and forth. Yeah, that'll work. So let that dry real good, and then I'll come back and put the stencil on. So I'm gonna pull this off here and see what she looks like. Like I said, man, it's windy out today. Probably isn't the best day to do this, but what could go wrong? Get this off. I think it'll look fine. If not, we'll say it should have. Get all this tape off. And when I put this on here, what I did, let me get this piece of tape off first, maybe. So if you look, I put a mark here and here. So then that way when I go to do the other side, I make sure that it's in the same location. So what I did is I measured from here to here, and it's 6 1/4. Here and here, 6 1/4. And then I know right where the bottom of the door is for the other side. Now this will change obviously on the other truck because it's totally different the way it's set up. But yeah, I don't think it looks too bad. Yeah. And if you do this and there's something you don't like about it, you can always go back and put this back on. I mean, it's real simple. You just go right back, line it up, tape it back on, repaint it. You know,
it's a little shadowy. It adds to the person.
Yeah. So you can still, if you come up close, you can still see some of the yellow bleeding through, which is fine because this isn't a professional. Obviously, it's not a professional truck that you're going to see at the World of Wheels. So, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you just got to make it your own. I think that looks nice.
Great.
Yeah. This part here wasn't as defined as like some of the letters because the stencil was moving on me. Like I was telling you, it was kind of windy, so it kind of curled a little bit, but that's okay. I mean, that's the best part of doing vehicles like this is they don't have to be perfect. Anyway, I'll do the other side. Okay, so let's put this on here. Like I said, here's the marks. Line them up like so, and put the tape on. Then once you do that, then you can get your measurements on each side, which I'm way off. So I'll pull this, slide her down. 6 1/4. Oop, a little too far. I'm trying to get to 6 1/4. There we go. So, yeah. Now it's got to go up. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right, I think that will work. Yeah, see how that sticks out? It's kind of messing me up a little bit. Okay, there's that. You get the paint, black, silver, and red. Okay, so we'll do this first. It looks good enough to me. It looks good. So there's a body line that runs right through here. So what I'll use that as a line for this logo. So a lot of times I try to do that. The good thing is when you first do it on the first door, you can kind of put it where you want, and then you have to match it on the other side. So anyway, I'll see what this is. 7 3/4, 6 1/2. So I'm way off. Pull this off, move it down a little bit. You know, you just kind of got to keep jumping back and forth so you get it. About 6 1/2, 7. There we go. So it's 7 inches. Okay, so there we go. And then now what I'll do is I'll put this on here. Yeah. So with this being a contour right here, what you'll want to do is you'll want to put a piece of tape here and one here to push that back, because if you don't, you'll have a big void there, and when you paint it, it won't really match up right. Yeah, see how it's wanting to pull? Well, what I'll do is when I go to paint this, I'll take a piece of stick or my finger even, push this back, paint it, and then take it off. All right, so what I'll do is I'll take my pen and I'm gonna mark it just like I did down there on the other truck. I'll mark it here for this body line. I'll mark it here for this body line. So then when I go to the other side, I know right where I need that body line to be is on, you know, on those areas. So if you, I mean, they don't have to be perfect. Obviously, you can't walk over there and walk over here and say, yeah, they're a little off. It's off a 1/4 inch, you know. So I try to make it as straight as I possibly can. If not, my wife yells at me. No, maybe not. Okay. Little tape here. Do this side. Okay. Black paint first. You can use whatever you want. And what I'll do is I'll take this stick. This stick will be my little helper for a minute. So as you see that gap right there, see how it goes up in there? So you just push that back, hold it on there. And you can do this anywhere down through here. Like I've got, oh, and this is flat black, by the way. So the same way here, see how this has been sticking out? It was doing that on the other truck. You can hit that top line so you can get your bold line there. And then you can do the same here. Just like that. I'll take the red. And if you're afraid of getting overspray up here, you can always hold a piece of cardboard right here as you shoot it. Silver. Get my trusty little stick and do it again. Like that. Look at that. Earl Shive would be proud. Any of you don't know who Earl Shive is? The place over here in Indianapolis, because we're about 30 miles northeast of Indianapolis is where we're located. There's a place over there. They used to paint cars real cheap. You could always get an Earl Shive paint job, and it was pretty reasonable. You know, people that didn't have a lot of money that still wanted a decent paint job. I mean, it wasn't nothing spectacular, but hey, he painted cars and did it for a long time. So there we go. Yeah, I really like the silver. I mean, you know, I was trying to think, you know, what color to use that would look the best. So the silver, I think, kind of makes it pop out a little bit. And it's not like an orange or yellow or something that's going to just really stand out. Kind of doesn't kind of go with the truck, you know, because the truck's just a patina truck is all it is. It's a good truck, but it's, you know, it is what it is. We just drive it. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of show you how we do our patina. We was kind of talking about it a little bit earlier on the 58. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little patina on the front of this, just to kind of give you an idea. So normally what I do is I start off with the black first. This is just how I do it. Like I said, everybody does it their own way. So, but like this area right in here, let's say, so I'll take some black and I'll kind of go up this right here. And I know everybody's out there going, what in the world is he doing? So I'll do something like this. This will be, yeah, this will kind of be my starting point. So then what I do is we'll let that sit there for just a second. What do you think, Mitz? Think it's gonna work? Huh? You think it's gonna work? You do? Okay. So, all right, so I'll let this set up. This is just flat black is all it is. So then I've got this, I use this here, it's called Red Rock. So Julie, she'll take a brush and put this in the cap, spray it in there, and then kind of dab it in some areas, which really helps here in a minute. So I just take, and this says Windex. I know it's mixed in with water. It can be, it's not gonna hurt anything. So you can just use regular water. And I just mist this just to get it wet, like that. See how it's running? Go ahead and let it finish running. Let the water kind of run off, because if not, when you spray this, you're gonna get runs like we did here.
Yeah.
And then you take your paint here and you put it right over the water. So if you get in here close and look, you'll see what it's starting to do. See how the water is, and it's starting to lay it out and leave the little holes and stuff like that. So then this here, you got to go easy with it, because this is like more of a orangish, so you kind of got to go real easy with this stuff. And this is a satin cinnamon is what it's called.
Hang on, Moose.
Yep, hang on, Mips.
What you doing, Moo?
So then I'll put a little bit more water on here, and see if you get too much on there, you can see it running. You can just let it go for a minute. And then when you put the water on here afterwards even, you'll see what it starts to do. It's starting to, you know. So that's how we do it. And then Julie will come in here and finish touch the edges and stuff like that. But that gives you an idea of how we do it. It works a lot better on a flat surface or something when you're doing it, rather than on a corner.
And the great thing is, if you get a little too much of anything,
yeah, you
get your yellow spray paint out again. I mean, it's almost like a dry erase board at some points where, you know, you can just, you're not afraid of making mistakes.
Yeah, as long as you keep good water on here, it'll lay out. So, and it's trial and error. You just have to, like she said, you got to play with it. And if we get this to the point where we don't like it, paint it back yellow, start over. You know, it's just but if you come back here and look on this fender, it'll give you a really good idea. So when we did this, we did it the same way, but it's a lot better when it's a flat surface. When you're trying to do a door, it's a lot harder because everything's running straight down. This here kind of gives it an area to sit and concentrate on one spot, you know. So anyway.
And I'm kind of a stickler about like going around the edges. I'll go try to do like especially the bolts. So I try to make sure and go through with those, like a sponge or a small brush. Yeah. And I'll just dab in, because I don't want, you know, a bolt on an old looking vehicle should not be shiny. Yep. Shiny silver. That's true.
That shirt looks good on you, honey.
Thanks.
I like that shirt.
I'm excited that we got shirts.
Yeah.
It was pretty quick.
The shirts are neat.
Our friend Jason he does a great job, gets it to us pretty quick. So we like our shirts.
I like how it's got the YouTube logo at the bottom, you know, so that makes it pretty nice.
And we'll come up with some different shirts too. We got a really fantastic picture of the Lodestar last night.
Yeah.
and it's going to be an amazing shirt. So we're pretty excited about that.
Oh yeah.
But what I do is I'll spray this sometimes on paper, wherever you can get it.
Yeah, that nozzle kind of get clogged up, I think.
Yeah. And then I'll just come in and just kind of dab around a little bit so it looks a little more slight surface rust.
Yeah. Yep.
So it kind of softens that just a little bit. There we go. But it's pretty fun. And then I can go over this where he was talking about, you know, the runs sometimes get a little too but it's fun, you know. We enjoy it.
Yep.
And it's something that you're really hard on yourself when you do this kind of stuff. You're just always wondering if it's enough, too much, the right. But great news is it's not permanent, you know. You can kind of change it.
Yep.
Yeah, our nozzle is getting.
Yeah, I think the nozzles get kind of clogged up a little bit.
On this high-end paint that we buy.
Yep. Hopefully the video is not real loud as far as wind, because it's pretty windy today. But we got these new microphones, so they seem to be helping a lot with wind noise anyway.
And it should definitely help me because I have the mousiest voice ever. It's really sad.
You can hear you pretty good with that on there, I'm sure. Yep. What do you think, Mitt? Huh? What do you think? You're ready for a snack, aren't you?
She is.
Yep. Yeah, we got a new sticker for the front of it. Kind of like it. But trust the rest. Play around with cans. I mean, if you got an old hood or an old fender or something laying around, you might take and grab some paint. Just play with it. Just keep playing with it. You'll get it. I mean, it'll work out good. So anyway, we'll continue with this and get this truck finished. Yeah, that'll be on to the next project. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just keep watching our YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, comment. We really appreciate each and every one of you for subscribing. You know, it helps us out, and we'll just keep on working at this. We're kind of new at it, so you got to bear with us, but
yeah,
we'll get better with it.
Yeah, yep. Being on camera is not natural for me, especially. He does better than I do, I think, but it's a whole new world. But we're enjoying it, making the best of it. So we hope you guys enjoy this. Yeah,
and we'll see you next time. And don't forget.
You forgot.
Okay, and remember, it's not about what you can buy, it's about what you can build. See you next time.
Woo, you catching flies again.
What are you doing?
Where are you catching flies again?
Hey, you ready to go in the air conditioning? It's too hot out here, isn't it? Look at her. She's like, it is hot, guys.
She's over it.
We got to get in the AC.
Come on, man. I want it.
All right, so been working out here on the truck. So I think I'm gonna go back here in the backyard at the neighbor's house. He's back here on his tractor. I can hear it running. So we're gonna go back here and see if we can't scare him like normal. He really likes it. All right, here we go.
Hey, what's going on?